Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Teukeh, and in this video I will teach you how to properly manage your health in Space Marine 2 and stop running around with 1% HP for most of your missions. I've seen a ton of people complaining about the lack of regeneration and taking too much damage. I'm here to help you with that. I'll be going over proper armor management and how to fully heal yourself and even how to cleanse mortal wounds. Let's get into it. Before we tackle healing, we need to look at how armor works and how to regenerate your armor without dying. Passively, your armor regenerates after 25 seconds of not taking damage, which can be further reduced with one of Bulwark's perks, as well as certain weapons having the ability to reduce the time by half a second per kill. So if you're really in a pinch with your whole team down, you could dodge around until your armor regenerates naturally. Bulwark's class ability is Chapter Banner, which passively regenerates everyone's armor in that area. It can also be amplified with other effects through the perk tree. But these are not the main ways of getting armor. As we all know, executing an enemy restores some armor. This is where a lot of players seem to struggle. Melee executions are great. You're invulnerable during the animation, refill all of your contested health, and even stagger enemies in an area when finished. That's not where the problem is though. The problem are gun strikes, specifically when you're surrounded by a crowd with no big enemies to execute and are desperately looking for gunstrike executions. You're not invulnerable during the gunstrike animation, which means a lot of the time you end up with even less health and armor than you started. There's a workaround for that though. First off, you need to perform a guard break attack to stun an enemy so you can perform a gunstrike. If you go into the pause menu, you can see all the attacks that are considered guard breaks, so use those to knock your enemies down. When knocked down, the effect lingers for a while, and instead of rushing to take the shot, you should take your time to reposition with a dodge and then follow up. This will greatly reduce the damage you take, many times not taking any damage at all. So when you're in a sticky situation with no armor and completely surrounded, you should dodge, guard break, dodge, gunstrike, and then finally dodge again. This is the most basic and effective way to regain your armor without dying. Once you feel safe enough, you should go back to fighting Majoras to try to execute them with a melee attack, as this is a lot safer. Quick side note, gun finishers only restore armor on kills, unless you have the armor reinforcement perk from the Assault and Bulwark class. You should get these perks as soon as they're available to you, as they're quite strong. Also, don't forget to check these crates around the map, as they often contain armor boosts to regen your armor and give some temporary armor as well. That's enough about armor. I'm sure many of you clicked on this video because you want to know how to fully heal your health, not just manage your armor. There are a few ways to do it. Stims are the most basic form of healing, but you may have noticed that they practically heal nothing on higher difficulties. Also, they actually have a better use than to simply heal some of your health. If your health is close to or completely full, they will cure your mortal wound after being down too many times. But how would you even utilize this after getting downed? You're not exactly at full HP when you're revived. Well, you are with Heavy's team perk, Bonds of Brotherhood. So instead of using a stim to heal a tiny amount, if the Heavy on your team has this perk, which you can check in the tab menu by the way, use the stim to clear your mortal wound instead. There are 3 more perks that give you some sort of healing. 2 come from the Vanguard class. One is a team perk that heals on extremist executions, and the other heals 1% after melee killing Majora's enemies. Lastly, some weapons have the Rapid Health perk, which can heal 5% HP. But don't get too excited, as these are extremely weak and will basically never get you to full HP.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
This next one is an important one to know if you play as Bulwark or Heavy. Classes that have access to a perk that gives them more HP, like the Bulwark's class perk or the level 11 Heavy perk, get fully healed at loadout stations. All you need to do is switch or reselect your current loadout and you will get a full heal. I have a slight suspicion this is an unintended behavior and might get patched out in the future, but for now, feel free to use it. Which brings us to the final and best way to heal in the game. Overhealing contested health.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Whenever you take health damage, your red bar turns to white and temporarily gives you the chance to heal back some of the damage you took. The heal is as strong as the damage you do, so high burst damage will give you a ton of health back. But did you know that this can actually overheal past the white bar? That's where the Melta Rifle and Multi-Melta come in. If you kite together a small group of enemies and hit enough of them, you can fully heal your entire health bar in one shot. This overheal mechanic works with all attacks, but works best with high damage area of effect burst damage such as the Melta or even the ground pound from the Assault class. So when there's a giant horde chasing you and they are chipping away at your health, just full blast into them and you will easily heal everything back. This is another case when saving your stims comes in handy. If you're running around with 1% HP, you can't really get a contested health bar. So what I do is, I use my stim to get some health, kite together a big group, let them break my armor on purpose, and trigger my contested health bar, then fully heal by using something like the Melta Rifle, and then go back to regaining my armor. By far, this is the best and most effective way to heal in the game, and I'm surprised nobody's talking about it. This mechanic has carried me through the toughest operations, and I use it all the time. Again, I have a slight suspicion this might be an unintentional mechanic or bug, and will receive the Helldivers 2 treatment by getting nerfed into the ground. But while you can, you should use this mechanic to your advantage. And that's it. That's how I manage my health in Space Marine 2. Hopefully some of this information was useful to you, mainly the overheal mechanic and utilizing your dodge to get safe gunstrike executions. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing to support my channel and keep up with my future uploads. I have much more Space Marine 2 content planned, and I'd love to have you there for it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.